Christians that are conspiracy theorists always tend to question literally everything. They question of what might have happened with the Black Hawk plane collision in the DC airspace that was trying to land at Ronald Reagan Airport. They question about the medical private jet that crashed outside of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. They question things about COVID-19, which are coming to light. They question things about Joe Biden that are coming in the light. Or they just question things almost literally about everything that are actually not true and are not of concern for us to be concerned about. So, while I was on vacation, I was witnessed to a lot of conspiracy theory possibilities. And this is a video that I've been wanting to make for some time now, or I may have made a video about it already. But while I was on vacation, I was gonna make a video about it, but I just kind of put it off on the side for a time being, spend time with family. But now that I'm not on vacation, I'm going to make this message because it needs to be said. The Christian church, or the conspiracy theorists that are associated with Christianity, or vice versa, I mean, they can question almost anything about the US government. They can question about this thing and that thing, but they don't question the supposed church that they go to. They don't question the doctrines. They don't question the teachings that are lies. They don't question the tithing. They don't question it because they listen and believe the lies of the doctrines of man. They believe the lies of the devil. They listen to others and they get power and receive power from others, but never receive the living power of the Holy Spirit that comes from Jesus. It is a sad thing to see that families and friends can get mixed up in this sort of thing, in the conspiracy theorists, because not all conspiracy theories turn up being true. Now, there are certain conspiracy theories about all the stuff that happened in 2020 have already came into light, or at that time came to light, but it wasn't shined as bright as it is now because we have Donald Trump in office. But some things sound so ridiculous with conspiracy theories that they make it more one-sided than what it really is, as it is showing to be. And you find a lot of conservatives and Republicans feeding into this. Now, yes, they have classified, and I'm talking about Republicans now, you find that Republicans that are in the U.S. government, they have top secret documents or things that they by law cannot talk about explicitly because those things are still being investigated. But conservatives who hear from certain politicians, whether known or not known by the public, they look into these things and then they think what else is a lie about. There was one time where, actually, this is still involving conspiracy theories, but one time I was showing a family member about the Japan 9.0 earthquake that happened, I believe, on March 11th, 2011, when I was a kid, because I remember that was a big thing on the news. I believe I didn't have school that day, and me and my mom saw the devastation. But there was a video where at this airport in Japan, where there was actually 3 separate earthquakes that happened at that same moment. One was an 8.9, the other was a 9.0, and the other one was a 7.5. And they showed the seismic graph of when there was these like massive shaking going on, and they were showing the atmosphere that was going on around. And I showed a family member this, and this family member said 2 years ago, he said, Nick, how do you know if that's real or not? And I basically was trying to tell this family member, well, I saw this when I was younger, and they kept trying to reiterate and they try to reiterate me and say, well, Nick, a lot of things are fake on the internet, which that is true. A lot of things are fake on the internet, and a lot of things we shouldn't believe that we hear off the internet, but we shouldn't believe everything we hear from the church. The reason why people defend the church is because it's a drug to them. They are addicted, like how people are addicted to pornography, to drugs, to some things like sports or certain exercises, or they're addicted to money, or they're addicted to certain emotional sensations. And that's what many people go to church for. They go for the sensational pleasure instead of going to Jesus himself, who doesn't give sensation as the church does, but it is actually living words and living water and living food that Jesus gives to those who follow and obey him, not out of pleasure, but in obedience to him and love to him. The problem with Christian conspiracy theorists is they question almost everything, but they don't question the church. That is the big problem, because Jesus said that there would be a great falling away. You would think that a conspiracy theorist would look at that scripture and then look at church and say, whoa, this is not even a conspiracy theorist. That is actually a true statement that Jesus made. You find churches doing these revival events, but this correlates with the great falling away of the faith. People think it's just one-sided, where they think the church will accept antichrist agendas, which some do, but heresy teachings and teachings that are man-made, or things that are just of the old law, which they try to mingle with new law, or the new covenant, basically Christians don't question that. So take this video with some consideration and some light of the fact that there is such thing as the great falling away that is happening right now, and it is being set up this way, or allowed to be set up this way by God, is because one big particular thing is you either choose Jesus or you choose augmented things. So I hope this sheds some light to anyone who listens to this message. May Jesus Christ bless your day and night, or wherever you are in the world today.